What's good? What's good? It's the one, the only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. Listen, bro, they have just announced Adrien Broner's I guess you could say second replacement, third fighter, for his fight on February 25th against, on BLK, scheduled to be on BLK. What trips me out is they actually still putting this fight on pay-per-view. I guess they have really no other way to put it on because this is just crazy. But for y'all that don't know, drum roll please. Adrien Broner will be fighting Michael Williams. Yes, he is fighting Michael Williams. I'm gonna let my dude Conor McGregor speak on Michael Williams, just so you guys can know how great of a fighter Michael Williams is.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yes, Conor. Yes, that is a great question. Conor just asked a great question. Who the F is that guy? Well, you know I do my research for you guys, so you guys ain't got to do nada. So let me explain this whole scenario. All right, stay tuned. Let me do the research for you. So, shout out to BoxingScene.com. Y'all know that's my favorite source to go to. It says Adrien Broner now faces Michael Williams at the top February 25th BLK Prime pay-per-view. A new opponent has been secured for the next BLK Prime pay-per-view extravaganza. BoxingScene.com has learned that the former 4-division titleist Adrien Broner will now face Michael Williams Jr. at the scheduled February 25th show in Gateway Park area in the College Park section of Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to College Park. The development marks the third scheduled opponent for Broner, all coming in the span of just over a week. Williams becomes the replacement to the previous replacement for the Snake Bit main event. The latest change comes in just 1 week after Philadelphia's Hank Lundy was named the new opponent for Broner, replacing Ivan Redcash, who was forced to withdraw due to a bitter dispute with promoter Joe DeGuardia. Lundy was since removed from the mix after being dealt with the suspension by the California State Athletic Commission. The veteran spoiler previously pulled out of a scheduled fight for February 4th versus Ernesto Marsado after having suffered a cut in a sparring session that wouldn't heal in time for the show. Lundy had claimed to provide paperwork to the event promoter, Red Boxing International, who instead had the boxer placed on indefinite suspension in what has now become a legal matter. The show needs to go on in Atlanta, prompted the BLK team to land a new foe for his latest signing. The search led to Williams, with the record of 20-1 with 13 knockouts, a 6'1" fringe welterweight contender from Fayetteville, North Carolina, who steps up well in competition, even versus a rebounding and active Broner. His long career defeat came in a brutal one-sided fourth round stoppage against John Bowser in a December 2021 battle of unbeaten prospects. That was on ESPN. Williams was floored 6 times in that ESPN televised bout from Madison Square Garden in New York City before the referee Charlie Finch mercifully halted the contest. Williams had returned to the ring and the win column with a third round knockout over Julio Batragalaga last April 23rd in Gadsden, Alabama. Wow. All right. So, it goes on to say, Cincinnati's Broner last fall, February 2021, when he claimed a 12-round unanimous decision win over Javier Santiago. I don't think that was a 12-round fight, though. I think that was a 10-rounder. I don't think that was a 12-round fight. In Connecticut, the bout was his first loss since Manny Pacquiao in their January 2019 secondary welterweight title fight, which sold roughly 400,000 units and on Showtime pay-per-view. The upcoming bout, assuming it sticks, marks the first of a lucrative 3-fight deal between 33-year-old Broner and BLK Prime, which was formally announced last October 25th. The original scheduled fight versus Redcash was previously in the works on both sides of the pandemic, once eyed for 2020 and again sought for last January. Neither date materialized, with Broner instead facing Puerto Rico's Santiago, whom he outpointed over 12 rounds. Again, I think that was 10 rounds, but correct me if I'm wrong. Broner was due to return to the ring versus former titleist Omar Figueroa last August in the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. Training camp appeared to go well for the troubled former champion, only to withdraw from the Showtime televised event due to what he describes as a much-needed mental health rest. The polarizer figure next surfaced as the star of a virtual press conference to confirm his multi-fight agreement with Uncle Desmond Gums, and the BLK Prime family last October. It came less than 2 months prior to BLK debut showing last December 10th, which saw WBO welterweight champion Terrence Bud Crawford 39-0, 30 knockout, scored a 6-round knockout over David Avanesian. So that's basically when he announced that's when Adrien Broner announced that who he was fighting. It was supposed to be Ivan Redcash. So yeah, this is kind of crazy, man. This is definitely kind of crazy. All right, so wow. All right, so listen, I had the pleasure of doing the research because I like to look up clips of fighters, you know. And Michael Williams is a pretty tall guy, as you guys heard. He's 6'1" or whatnot. I looked up his fight against Michael Bauza, the fight that he actually lost. I like to look up fights that they lost because I like to see where they make mistakes at, and then I like to see what they do best. So I like to look up different fights, all right? But it shocked me because the guy that he fought, Michael Bauza, is not even known to be a puncher. He had the record of 15-0 with 6 knockouts. He right now currently has a record of 17-0 with 7 knockouts, I believe, or something like that. But he's not even known to be a hard puncher, and he was able to drop Michael. I mean, he was able to drop Michael Williams 6 times. So listen, I don't. Maybe BLK has to sell this fight on pay-per-view. I don't know. Maybe they get 100% of the profit. I'm guessing they do. I don't know, but I don't see this fight selling anything. I mean, they might do good numbers at the event in itself, as far as like ticket sales and stuff like that. But as far as like pay-per-view buys, bro, I don't know anybody that's buying it, because you got to remember, think about this. Adrien Broner is fighting Michael Williams. I was going to say Michael Benson. Michael Williams on the same day as Floyd Mayweather versus whoever that guy that he just announced. I'm not even doing a video on that because I don't take that serious, right? But on February 25th, just to let y'all know how busy that month that day is, Adrien Broner versus Michael Williams is on pay-per-view, battling against Floyd Mayweather versus whatever the dude's name is, and Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. Okay, those fights are also on pay-per-view. Okay, and Adrien Broner is battling as the same day as those guys. Like, come on, think about it, dog. They're not gonna sell any pay-per-views, bro. They might sell like I'm not even being funny, bro, when I say this, but they might do from anywhere from 10 to 20,000 pay-per-view buys, bro. That you know, that's and that's just being honest, bro. I don't see them doing any because we don't even know who might. It was like, look, think about it like this. The original fight was supposed to be Adrien Broner versus Ivan Redcash, and they were trying to sell that on pay-per-view. That wasn't even a pay-per-view fight, let alone this guy that we never even heard of. So, you know, I mean, hey, you know, shout out to Michael Williams, man. I hope he gets blessed with some money, man. I'm always good to see my brothers get some money, so that's a good thing. But I just won't be paying for this. I'm not gonna spend $40 to see Adrien Broner versus Michael Williams, bro. But I take my hat off to both. This is no shot at Michael Williams, bro. This is an opportunity of a lifetime, a life-changing event. So maybe he can put himself in a better situation to where he can feed and provide for his family. So my hats go off to him. As far as Adrien Broner, I do feel like I don't necessarily see where Michael Williams gives Adrien Broner troubles. AB is more experienced and everything. Outside of the fact that the fight is at welterweight, and you know AB looks like trash at welterweight, but I just don't think that he will look trash against this guy. I see AB stopping this guy, and pretty soon too. If AB doesn't, then I think that's gonna be I think that's going to be a problem. And AB is known as the problem. So I think that's going to be another problem. So no pun intended. Let me know what you guys think about Adrien Broner versus Michael Williams. Are you guys going to watch it? Are you guys going to pay for it? Or are you guys going to wait for it to go to YouTube? Like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?